Bam, 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 bam. We're live. Can I hear you?
Yeah. No.
No, I can. Awesome.
No.
Woo!
No headphones.
I'm going to fix this hair first. Good morning, Mr. Souza. Good morning.
Oh man.
Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
I was looking at an article this morning. There's some lady, I guess, who ran for the governor of Georgia twice.
Mm-hmm.
I want to say her name is maybe Stacey Abrams. I wonder if that's her name. Stacey Abrams.
Former Georgia State. Oh yeah.
What was her job?
Sharing it here. This chick?
Yeah, this chick. Oh, she's an American politician, lawyer, activist. Oh, activist, my favorite. Anyway, she got in trouble. Her brother-in-law just got arrested for sex trafficking. But then I was looking even for God. How was that Bears game last week? That Bears game last week was amazing.
I know, especially going into the bye week, getting the dub. Nothing like it.
Oh, good. I thought maybe there was a bye last week, and I was trying to pretend like I was dumb.
Okay. I got you.
Dude, where'd you get that?
This hat?
Yeah.
He sent me this and a sweatshirt to my apartment. Actually, I came in here one day and just saw that there was a package for me, opened it up. Sweet as can be.
Dude, I'm outclassed by my
I know. I didn't even know we had beanies.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah, this and a sweatshirt. I've been they're in the wash right now. I think I wore them like 5 days in a row after I got it. It's a good sweatshirt.
Oh, that's awesome. Hey, dude, that you were on that you were being interviewed. I think it was at Chicago Bears headquarters by some young lady, and she was just asking you like the traditional, football. It was like the kind of a real traditional interview. And it was just a few days ago, and you're wearing this orange, what I would call a mock turtleneck. Like it's not like the full turtleneck, but it comes up kind of high on your neck.
Yeah.
You look huge in that. That's a great look for you. Did you notice that in the video? You look jacked.
I don't think I've seen that video, but I know what shirt you're talking about. I do know what shirt you're talking about.
Yeah, you look all like your shoulders are so big they won't even go back.
I've been on the creatine for the last 2 months. So I'm expanding.
Are you really taking creatine?
Yeah.
Oh.
I am.
Hey, who makes that?
God, clean. I don't know. Clean with a K.
And did they send that to you for free?
No, this is just what we have at the facility.
Oh,
I guess it is free.
Well, yeah. Okay, I see what you mean. That logo, I think, looks like the First Form logo, and it looks like the Swolverine logo.
You want to see it again?
Sure.
Yeah, it's like that white and blue line.
Yeah. Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
And what's the deal with people liking to use the K?
Yeah, I don't know.
Is that supposed to be cute?
Clean. I mean, K. I mean, it sounds the same, right? Whether there's a C or a K.
Oh, yeah, it does, but I can't tell if maybe because there's some truth to it, like it's Cre-alkaline. That's how you spell. That's like the chemical that's in creatine. Are you smarting us up? Oh, look at see this guy's like Kyle Landis thinks they're just trying to be very cute.
Yeah. Yeah, they're just trying to get people to have these conversations just like we're having
about their product.
Marketing strategy.
Mm-hmm.
Tyson, do you have any sponsors yet?
No, I'm trying to get Paper Street Coffee on board.
Did they send you coffee?
They did. No, I've actually been drinking it every morning. It's been wonderful.
But no, you have like a real agent, right? Like who dresses in nice clothes and has like super white teeth and all that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Does he? When do you start? Like, when do you do like a deodorant commercial, or do you start with like a local dealership in Martinsburg, or like what? When does that happen?
Yeah, I'm not sure. I think right now it's been, especially during the season, run around with your head cut off. It's just been autograph signing deals, which is, I mean, I don't know, you wouldn't believe what what all that looks like. So that's been pretty huge for me, especially since I got to play. That's kind of went through the roof, and then we'll see after the season, but nothing, no deodorant commercials right now.
What does that look like? Someone rolls up with a suitcase, a briefcase, opens it up. There's 50 cards in there. You sign them all, and then you get money for it.
Yeah, no, it's more like you
Rub them on your
they
nipples.
yeah, they'll talk to my agent. They'll come up with, like, they'll say X thousand amount of signatures for X amount of dollar each. And then usually the agent will be like, you know what, let's do this for that. And then they usually come to some agreement, and then they send the signatures to my apartment. Um, but it's way more than 50. It's enough that I haven't even thought about even touching it in season, because it's so many.
Oh, really? It's gonna be like hundreds of them.
Nah,
So you're just gonna sit there for hours signing and
yeah, but the number is, I mean, right now in my life, that the number, it's annoying, but it's completely worth it.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, I mean, even coming into the NFL, they said that the most amount of money you'll make outside of football is doing autograph signings. So, but my dad also has seen what that process looks with that many signatures, and has um, started to do some under the table shady autograph signings that aren't nearly as many signings.
Oh, I like that. Like some
Yeah,
home cooking.
yeah, not me too, because it only takes like 30 minutes. It doesn't take 50.
So I have this card, and then someone, I'm kind of making
Yeah,
this up, but not.
yeah.
So I
So,
have this card, and then someone's like, "Hey, that card's like worth," and they said some number. It was something crazy, like $500 or something. So then
mhm.
I asked someone else, and they're like, "No, dude, it's this card," and it's the same fucking card, but it's like your name's in red.
Yeah,
You know what
yeah.
I
So
mean?
okay, yeah. So
And then
that
someone's like,
red.
"This card's worth 3,000, and it's your card, but this T's in red, but it has a signature down here." And then someone
Yeah,
else is like, "Dude, if he signs it, it makes it less because it damages the card." I'm like, "What the? This
no,
room is crazy."
no. I remember when you said that about the signing it. No,
Yeah.
the signing it is always makes it worth more.
see, that's what I would think too.
Yeah,
Well, check this
no,
out here. We got you something. Boom.
I'm in. Paulina, you're fired. Oh shit. He just fired his assistant for not getting you coffee in time.
let's go, let's go.
Or
Here,
Paulina.
let me see which one I've only opened one. I'm almost done one. It's yeah. The eraser is what I've been drinking for the last month.
Hey, and that's the dude. That's the dude who ended up paying for your iPad that you still haven't gotten yet.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Thank you
that's
very
the dude.
much.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. That's
Like,
awesome.
I don't know. Did you hear that story? I went inside and I pulled the trigger, and then right as I pulled the trigger to buy you the iPad, the phone called, and it was the owner of Paper Street Coffee. He goes, "Hey, I'm going to cover that."
Oh, what a guy. What
Yeah,
a good guy.
and he
That's
didn't know I
awesome.
threw a pair of the Beats headphones in there for you too, which you still haven't gotten yet either.
I love it. I love it. That's
Charged him for the
awesome.
whole thing. Yeah, Gabe's a
That's
good
awesome.
dude.
Yeah, did you got that address I sent you, right?
Yeah,
Everything
I
is
do
good
have
with
that
that?
address. Yeah,
All
yeah,
right,
yeah.
yeah. Sweet.
And that's still good.
Yeah, that's perfect. Yeah, that's
Okay.
just the facility, and then they just deliver it all to our locker, so it'll
Okay.
be there.
I'm still bugging. Apple said Apple sent the thing that the refund is on the way.
Okay.
So it's been chill. You're 100% now again. The whole team's 100%. Everyone's been just chilling for 2 weeks.
Yeah, so we got done playing Minnesota, and then right after that, we didn't have to meet or come to the facility until yesterday morning. So um, Monday to Monday. So a nice little week. People hung out with their families. Some went on vacation, but I got to go back home and hang out with everybody for more than just a couple of days, which was nice.
And does the team contact you at all during that time? Like, "Hey, what's up, dude?" Or
Nothing aside from like the quarterback coach just making sure we're having a good time, recharging. I make sure we stay out of trouble, all the normal team stuff, but nothing like we have a Zoom meeting or anything like that. Like everybody gets their space.
So just like some text messages. Hey, this is happening. This is happening.
Yeah, just like, hey, hope you guys are having a good time. I think he was out hunting. He sent a picture of a deer that he had killed, and then he's just like, see you guys in X amount of days. Hope you're having a good time.
And are you training? Do you throw the football around? Do you lift weights?
I threw twice, but I CrossFitted all week, which was kind of like ripping the Band-Aid off, because you know that when you not that I'm out of shape, but I'm definitely not in CrossFit shape. So got after it a little bit, and so a little bit sore from that. But I just get that was just fun for me. I just get to do that with my buddies and Ezra. So it was a pretty sweet week.
I'm assuming you've heard this amazing idea your dad has about are you fitter than Tyson?
No.
You don't know that idea?
That's one of his 55
ideas. Dude,
yeah.
This idea is so good.
I already bought tickets for it. What do you mean? It's just
it's so good. God, it's so good.
What is it? Shoot it to me.
It's basically like you get a sponsor, like the ideal sponsor would be someone like Rogue, right? Who's in the space. And basically once a month you do a workout, and there's and if you're fitter than Tyson, you're in some sort of club. And the thing is, there'd be a lot of people who are, quote, fitter than you because you're a professional quarterback. You're not a professional CrossFitter. But it would show how fit you are. You know what I mean? Like you're doing a 5-minute Fran and these guys are doing 3. Oh, no, they won't be fitter than you anyway. All right, fuck that.
You didn't like that.
Yeah, you're like,
but you're right. But my Fran is not 5 minutes.
All right,
you are right.
But it would be this cool thing because it would be. It would show how rooted and how great you are in your own sport, while at the same in showing the just how cool it is that you CrossFit, and yet it would also make all these other people feel good because they beat you in something when you're already in this in this 1 in a billion group anyway, and then it would show this kind of humility on your part that like, hey, we can all get some. It's just the synergy between all that shit would be nuts.
That is a good idea. I like that.
And it could be kind of like this. It could be the part of your brand. I'm fitter than Tyson Bagent. You know what I mean? And it shows like this humility. But then like it comes Sunday, everyone's like, yeah, that's our boy out there. I just like it. Ooh, I gave myself a little chills. I don't know.
I like that too. When did he tell you that?
He every day for the last month. We were talking about it again yesterday. I called him yesterday. I said, hey, guess who I'm having on the show tomorrow? He goes, who? I said, the quarterback for the Chicago Bears. He got all excited.
That's awesome.
And then he was telling me the story. I don't do it nearly the justification. He said, obviously he pitches it 1,000 times better than me.
Yeah.
But it's I love the idea. I love what it does for humanity, society, for your brand, it's just cool. It's a cool thing. And then of course there can be all sorts of fun shit around it. Prizes, shirts, fan club, the whole but for people who want to, you've reached a status where in the second grade it's like my dad can beat up your dad. Well, now it doesn't matter what anyone's better than you at. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I can throw a paper airplane in front of you. Cool, congratulations. I can do Fran fast. You cool, congratulations. What do you do? Well, I'm a quarterback. Oh,
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you already got your
secured.
Yeah, you're secure. Yeah, you got your nutsack. What's Tyson's favorite hero wad? Augustus Linky.
Murph is a hero wad, right?
Yeah.
That's like once a year gig. I enjoy that one. I got a lot of good memories with that, with a lot of good buddies.
Do you do it with a vest?
I have, but it's always, we've only had one vest, and so we just kind of rotate throughout the workout who's wearing the vest.
Oh, damn, that's ghetto. I've never heard that. That's awesome. Wow, the rotating one vest. Have you ever heard that, Sousa?
No, that's the first for me.
Yeah.
5 dudes in a vest. Damn. Um,
Oh yeah, but that's always been absolutely perfectly fine for me though. If any chance I can get the vest the fuck off of me, I'm like, yeah, here, take it. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
great. This is wonderful.
Hey, what do you think about vest training? So this is gonna be a little crazy, but I when I play Avi in tennis now, we play this game called short court,
Mhm.
and we just don't play with the back of the court. So it's
Mhm.
just a game of finesse. And he started beating me, so I can't beat him. We play to 11 points, best out of 11 games. It takes like an hour. I'm usually beat to fuck.
Yeah.
So I started putting a 4-pound vest on him
Mhm.
to slow him down. You know.
Mhm.
Did you ever do any of that in your training? Do you ever do any of that in your training?
Uh,
Take snaps
maybe.
with the vest on?
Yeah, maybe not exactly that, but I mean, any resistance is good. Like resistance is good. Um, and I didn't know this till an older age, but assistance is also good. So like training for the combine, we were doing a lot of resistance training, but we're also doing assistant assistance training as well with like having a band not pulling you back but springing you forward, or when we're jumping having bands that are pulling us down when we're jumping and also helping pulling us up, in another set, that are helping us jump higher,
Why?
just so.
Explain that to me. I'm not sure.
Yeah,
To get your brain wrapped around it?
yeah, I mean, it was like we would do supersets of it would be like 4 rounds. You would do two really heavy deadlifts
Uh-huh.
with a hex bar, not a straight bar.
Uh-huh.
And then you would do resisted jumps. You would do two vertical jumps resisted, so the band's holding you down to the ground. And then you would go do two assisted jumps where these bands are really high up. You wrap your arms in them and you jump in it. You spring probably 70 inches in the air, but it's also just it helps with your quick twitch, uh, muscles. I mean, I don't know the science behind it. All I know is my vertical jump was insane at the combine, and I'd never been known for my hops, a day in my life. So that was a cool, because when you're doing, I think about it like this: when you're doing resistance training and you take it off, you feel a lot faster, but also it's like conditioning your body to move at a slower pace. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
So
yes,
like,
yes, yes.
yeah, that's what I interpreted from it all, but it definitely did work.
It's funny. We have bands hanging from a pull-up bar in my garage, and my kids hang from them and do explosive jumping. And I always yell them to stop, to knock that shit off. But they're on to something. You're saying.
Yeah, it's a good thing.
One of my kids already banged his head on the pull-up bar.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
From doing that.
Yeah. Jackass.
Probably don't do that anymore.
Need a higher pull-up bar.
It's not that important. It's not that important. How high do they need to jump? You know what I mean?
Well, I told you what your dad said, right? Your dad asked one of your trainers. He showed him a video of my kids,
Mm-hmm.
and he said, "Hey, what do you think these kids need to do to be professional athletes?" And the trainer looked at your dad and he goes, "Human growth hormone."
Yeah, that was Jim Klopman. Jim Klopman said
Oh.
that.
That's great.
And his whole thing behind he
Is
said
he serious? Is he out of it?
no. So this
Like
is
my
what
kid will be
so
5'9" instead of 5'4" if I do that.
yeah. So he said a lot of the really good tennis players from other countries.
Yeah.
You'll like he said he would, because he was into tennis at one point. I don't know why or with who or how, but he was involved in tennis in some way, shape, or form. And he said that a lot of the good tennis players from overseas, their parents give them growth hormone at a young age, because he'll look and he'll see this tall, slender, lanky tennis player, and he'll look and see that both of his parents are 5'5",
Crazy.
and which is just a crazy. And I mean, supposedly it's, I mean, it's a little bit more drastic than creatine, but how creatine has a bad rap, like a little bit. Like if you don't study creatine, you think that, and you hear that somebody's giving their teenager creatine, you're like, oh, you're giving your kid steroids. What's
Mhm.
wrong with you? But
Yeah.
really, creatine's a good supplement. I think it's kind of the same thing where HGH isn't going to harm your kid, but it's also like you're altering, what your kid is just naturally gonna be built like. So that's
Yeah,
a
I'd be.
that's a bit much. Yeah, it's a bit much.
I'll
It's a
take
bit
a
much.
triple dose of creatine,
Yeah.
sleep, but
Nah, more than
I
that.
still would not give it to my
10x.
kids, though.
You
You
take
know
a
what I mean?
10x dose, a 10x dose of
How old were
creatine
you when you
before
first took creatine? Was that in high school? You took it?
2 months ago. 2 months ago, I started.
That was the first time ever?
Yeah, I've never taken any supplement ever in my life until I just kept like thinking about it. I was like looking it up because it don't, like I said, my dad was one of those dudes that you remember JD Fritz? Do you remember JD
Yeah.
Fritz at all?
I
Okay.
know the name. I know the name.
Yes. All right. So that's, yeah. So it's like my dad's good buddy from way back. So they go way back, and Ezra and JD's son are best friends, same age, same grade, everything. And he was giving his son creatine in high school, and I just remember my dad like, oh man, that's messed up. Like, you doing that to your kid, that's crazy. But really had no reasoning behind why he was saying that. Just um, the bad rap behind it. So yeah, I don't even know where I was going. Where was I going with that?
Just talking about whether you should be.
Oh yeah. So then
No.
that was just that like turned me off from it. Just hearing my dad talk about it like that, I was just like, oh whatever, I'm not gonna do it.
You
But
don't
then I
want
just
that
started to
Yeah.
and then I just started to do my own research into it. Realized it's the most researched supplement in the world, and that it's got um, making your muscles look better is like the least cool thing that it does. So I just started taking it every day.
I feel like every single person I know takes creatine.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly.
You take it, Souza?
No, I have in the past.
Sorry, everyone but one, and my mom. Him and my
And he's
mom.
the weakest, so
Yeah.
don't worry about me.
Yeah.
He is not the weakest. That is not true.
I'll bench press myself.
I had Josh Bridges on, and we were talking, and he's 5'5". He's a CrossFitter, and he was telling me that he makes sure that his kids get a good night's sleep. So because he thinks that'll make them taller, because that's when your body produces human growth hormone. And I'm like, come on, dude. I mean, I appreciate the sentiment, but come on, dude. How about you?
Oh, he's got him going to sleep at 6.
You guys do not.
6 to 6.
Yeah,
6 p.m., 6 a.m. They're done.
Some false dream shit.
Oh, dude, he's great. He's great. I love watching him on Instagram. He's a good person to follow on Instagram.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
He's got some good stuff. All you gotta do is do it every day. I love it when he says shit like that.
Yep.
I love it.
You're so clean. It really is remarkable. No creatine, no fluoride.
Yeah, no, I just started juicing 2 months ago with the creatine. It's fine. No, I was, because I talked to it a lot with our nutritionist lady at the facility, and she was just like, yeah, I take creatine. Everybody should take creatine. It's actually wonderful. And I was just like, all right, well, I'm gonna start doing this. So you just help me out the first couple of days, and get the ball rolling.
I'm gonna fuck with you a little bit here, because I know this is gonna take you down a rabbit hole. But there's something called there's the precursor to creatine, citrulline.
Citrulline. I've
Is
never
that what
heard
it is? Someone will tell me in the comments. But I read that you're really supposed to take is this supplement called is it called citrulline? Let me look it up. Citrulline. Is that?
You take it with the creatine or before?
Oh yeah, citrulline powder. I heard you're supposed to take citrulline, and then your body will decide whether you need glutamine or citrulline. Or sorry, glutamine or creatine. So this stuff, citrulline, you take it, and then from there, your body will determine whether you need creatine or glutamine, and it will turn the citrulline into that. So you may want to look into that. This I take. Well, this is the generic shit that I buy. I'll show you.
Yeah.
And it's the highest rated shit, and it's just a fucking bad. I mean, it's the shit to get you busted at the airport, but it's just
Yeah.
this.
Is it from Now Sports?
It's just that generic bag. They just sell that generic shit. And then I take
what would your body have to do for you to know which one you need to take?
I don't know, but your body supposedly just knows, right? So if you take creatine and you don't need it, or you have enough, whatever, it just passes through your body. You know what I mean? If you're, I think the creatine affects your mitochondria, your mitochondria's ability to produce energy. And so your body gets to choose whether it needs glutamine or Cretan. I don't know. Check it out. Maybe fall down that rabbit hole.
Yeah, I definitely will now. Figured out I've been taking the wrong shit for the past 2 months.
Or just ask the lady. Cree Kaline is nuts. It's on Swolverine's site. I've had it for 3 months. I can tell a huge difference in my endurance. I take that shit too.
Nice.
I can't tell. My back still hurts no matter what I do.
It was
low back, upper back. What we got?
Yeah, low back.
Yeah, there's nothing fun about that.
No.
You know, it's funny. Every year for the past 4 or 5 years of my life, at one point or another, I've strained the muscles in my back around my rib cage. So when I breathe and expand those muscles, it is like it's pretty much the worst thing ever for 3 days.
And it subsides on its own.
Yeah, and then it just kind of slowly goes away. It's one of those things where you're hurt, not injured, but when you're not warmed up, you can't really you have no rotation ability. You have to stay still and turn anytime you need to look to your left or right. And breathing, it makes you breathe a little. It makes you belly breathe, because if you just regular chest breathe and it expands like that, no fun. And you can't do anything when your back is messed up. That's also the back is the main puzzle piece.
My kids were showering yesterday. They called me in there to help them shower. I was just in there helping them shower, and all of a sudden I just felt electricity firing all over my back. I'm like, fuck me. But
that's you can't ever, you don't ever, it's always the most random thing that sets it on fire too. It's crazy.
Do you take any anti-inflammatory when you have that? You take Advil or ibuprofen, or you don't mess with any of that?
No, I think I don't. I just let it kind of go away on its own and just stretch and stuff. The only time I take ibuprofen is when my my forearm and it flares up into my elbow from when I throw a little bit too much. I'll do that because I've never been able to do anything stretching or massage wise to get that to go down at the speed that I need it to, so I could be ready for the next day. So that's the only time that I'll do the ibuprofen.
You after you asked me about fluoride, I've fallen down this crazy rabbit hole now.
Yeah.
And I've started actually developing my own tooth powder.
I
can't wait for you
to
try.
You sent me, right? Is that what you sent me?
Did I send you that stuff?
You sent me some toothpaste or powder that was fluoride free.
Have you seen it yet? Did I actually send it to you?
I think you sent it. I think you sent me a picture of it on text message.
Oh, okay. Well, basically, I should send you a jar of that. I told Susan I'd send him a jar last week. I still haven't, but I just can't wait for you to see it. We started making it. It's basically just it's like brushing your teeth with mud.
Yeah.
But it's killer.
So you've done it. It's all good.
Dude, it's so great. My kids love it. Everyone loves it. First, I started seeing my mom and my sister, and I'm like, God damn, their teeth are nice, and they're not like that fake fucking I'm on Fox News white. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Where it's like blue.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's basically ground up eggshells, salt, baking soda, and charcoal, like carbon, and you just dip your brush into it, and you brush your teeth, and your teeth feel fucking incredible, and they look incredible.
That's awesome. Yeah, I've heard about the charcoal thing before, but that's pretty cool. I've never heard of the eggshell thing. What's up with that?
I guess it just scrapes your teeth. I don't know, but it's nice. I can't wait. I'm gonna be rich and gonna be like, I inspired that guy to sell.
Yeah, I'm down. Send me some of that. I'm game. I'm game for that.
CEO toothpaste coming soon.
Yeah, you like that?
Yeah.
What is it?
CEO toothpaste. It's gonna be a jar, and it'll say CEO.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I love that.
Brush your teeth like a boss. CEO toothpaste.
Tyson, you played 3 games, and then part of that other game that you entered.
4 games in part of that other game.
Okay, and then now you haven't played for 2 games.
Yeah.
What do you do on the sideline? Are you sense your jaw getting tight? Do you feel yourself doing shit like this? And
yeah, no, I just try to be super helpful. Try to be super just try to look for any little thing that I can relay to Justin to help him out. And then I'm still just playing the game, but just on the sideline. Like I'm calling the play. I'm calling the play to myself, looking at whatever we're supposed to look at given the play that's called, and just still staying about as ready as I possibly can without actually getting those game reps. But then yeah, just the same thing, but instead of playing, I'm just trying to be as helpful as possible.
So literally on the sideline, you'll have the helmet on and you'll hear the play get called, and then you'll kind of pretend like you're out there as Justin takes it. You'll be like a 37-54 dog whistle.
He'll call.
And then you look on the field every play and decide who you would have passed it to or how you would have handed it off.
Yeah, it's more so when we have a run play. Usually when we have a run play, it's 2 run plays and we're looking for something specific for the defense to do that would get us out of the first one to the second one. So I'll just call the play and then I'll go up and I'll be like, okay, yeah, we're good to run the first one, or hey, yeah, we need to run to the second one, and just try to play the game like that. And then if we've got a pass play, then I usually just kind of try to pay attention to what the defense is doing, what coverage they're doing, if they're signaling anything and then just kind of then looking at the iPads after the drive and kind of getting a feel for what I may have done, or if that would have been different from him or the same, which usually it ends up being pretty similar.
It does? That's cool.
Yeah.
Do they tell you to do that, or you've just come up with doing that on your own?
It just makes me feel better. It just makes me feel more prepared, more ready to go in if I'm needed.
I wonder what other quarterbacks do. I wonder if he does this. I wonder if Justin or the other guys do the same thing when you were out there. I mean, it seems like the smartest thing to do to keep you sharp. It's like kind of you're playing virtually, right?
Exactly. Yeah, exactly.
That's crazy. Do they know you're doing that? Do you talk to your coaches and you're like, hey, this is what?
I don't. Maybe they see. I think they might see or hear me doing it. I don't know if they know.
So you actually call the plays out loud. You actually say them out loud.
Yeah. Because if we're in a noisy place, I'll just like I'll just practice the volume in which I'm saying it as well. Like I won't maybe be as loud when we're at home because I don't need to be as loud. Like on the sideline, I might say it a little bit softer, but like, the past 2 games that we've played at Detroit and Minnesota, it's been pretty loud indoor stadium. So I've just been barking the play, so that I'm not like surprised with the volume that I need to speak at if I need to go in.
And are you warmed up pretty much the whole time for 3 hours on the sideline?
Yeah, I just try to stay as loose as possible. I do a pretty good job getting a workout in pregame, which usually lasts me at least till about halftime, and then just make sure I stay, in between drives. I'm stretching and throwing, just so I'm not like super cold if I need to go in.
Hey, when you go in your locker room at halftime, are there things in there for people to stay warm? Like, are there just like rows of assault bikes or just shit like that where dudes would sit on and just slow pedal or anything like that?
They have all of that on the sideline, but halftime is so short that you really just go in there and talk about corrections, talk about what you're doing good, what you need to do better, and then it's only like you're only in there for about 3 minutes, so you kind of do that real quick, and then you come back out. You have another 3 minutes to get loose before it starts again. So whatever your routine is, I usually just do a couple sprints and then throw like 20-25 passes. And then you're already kind of warm just because you've been moving around, running all day. So it's not too extensive. But there are bikes like on the sideline there. If you need stretch or anything, there's a million people on the sideline that can do that for you. Just things like that.
Do you use that service, the stretching service?
No, I don't. I mean, now the New Orleans game, for the first time ever, like I was running around a lot that game. And I'm screaming the play, and I'm sweating, and I'm yelling, and all that. So I almost caught a cramp in the game for the first time. Like I ran out of bounds, and I felt like my right calf almost cramp up, and I was like, "Oh, I never felt that before." The only time I've ever caught a cramp is like when I'm sleeping in bed, and I maybe trained hard that day.
Yeah,
and I just wake myself up because I caught a cramp in my hamstring or my quad or something like that. So I had to use the nutrition people like on the sideline. I just told them I was cramping, and they brought me like 17 things to choose from that'll help me with cramps. Just pickle juice, mustard, you know, this drink, that drink. So I just kind of,
A
that's the only time I've
concession
had to
stand
use.
for cramping. Like a
Yeah, it's crazy. They had like 10 different things. They were like, all right, well, you could do this, and I ended up just
what'd you do?
I did the pickle juice, and then it was like this cherry lime. It was pretty bad. It actually tasted really bad. But it was like this cherry lime salt drink that like a squeezable thing that you just take like a shot. I guess both of them were, and then um, just a little bit of Gatorade and water, and then they said that I should be fine, and I didn't catch a cramp.
Hey, did you eat it all during the game?
No,
Chew gum?
I chew gum I chew gum. They actually have this energy gum in the locker room. So pre-game, I'll usually crush a stick of that, and it gets me. It's kind of like just drinking a cup of coffee. It gets me fired up.
There's
Ready to roll.
caffeine in it.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Jeez Louise. There's some crazy questions in the comments. I don't think he does that, Cout, before the game. Definitely not on the sideline. Like, how are you 21?
23.
Oh, okay. Well, then you could probably see some of these comments. Hey, does anyone chew tobacco out there? Do dudes chew nicotine out there?
No,
they-
not that I've noticed. I don't think. Yeah, no.
Is there a policy against it?
Yeah, I don't think you're allowed to, but I also not too sure. I just know I've never seen anybody spitting on the sideline or anything like that.
Well, now they have it so you don't even need to. Now they just got these little white bags where you just put it in there and you could just.
I know, yeah, those Zen. I don't know if I've ever seen anybody do that like during the game either or anything. But I know what you're talking about because that was a popular thing back home my senior year. Those little Zen pouches.
Yeah, don't ever fuck with nicotine, dude.
Yeah.
Too hard to quit. Too hard to quit.
Yeah.
Too hard
I'm good. I'm good.
Too hard to quit. There's a whole planet full of women. Anything that's all as a man. That's the only and creatine and women. Those are the only supplements.
Yeah.
Supplements.
Tyson, you know, like if I took you, if we went and played darts, like before you or we went and threw axes or something or some sort of throwing game, you'd probably like aim.
Yeah.
But now when you throw a football, you don't aim, right? You trust. How do you aim? I learned this thing. I don't know who taught it to me, but at some age that whatever I look, I don't have to worry about telling my body to do anything if I'm throwing something. I just look at it.
Yeah.
And
I guess, that's a part of it. And I think it's just all like, I mean, there is no aiming. I guess you're subconsciously aiming without thinking about it, but more than anything, you're just reacting and flowing. I mean, I filmed the ball like so many times just this year alone, like let alone my whole life, like millions of passes. So it's like at some point, at a certain point, you're just, instead of aiming, you're just, and it's happening too fast. So it's all just reactive. And that is I haven't thought about that in a while. Yeah, actually, I don't know if I'm not conscious about my aiming. I'm just kind of reacting to the plays and what's given to me.
Can you throw a grape up and catch it in your mouth?
Yeah.
You can, and you're good at it?
Yeah, I could probably, yeah. Yes.
Yeah. And then so that's where you start when you come out of your comfort zone, like throwing a football, or for me throwing a frisbee, that's when you start really noticing, right? Because you throw a grape up and like I have no idea how to do that, but for some reason, if I keep my eyes on it, it's going in my mouth.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's the only trick. I just watch it with my eyes.
Yeah.
I don't try to catch it with my mouth. I don't do nothing like that. I just open my mouth with the can and stare at it, and my and then my body automatically moves.
Yeah. I've never told anybody this, and it's probably because it's a little strange. But I like everything I do. I like try to have like a good aim, like with everything I'm doing. Like no matter what I'm throwing, if I'm like, and okay, the example I'm going to give, I'm a big spitter. Like when I'm outside, I'm working out, I'm spitting, I'm on a walk, I'll spit. It's a habit. I think I just watch my dad spit, like just without even having anything in his mouth, just spit outside. Always at football practice.
I have a
spitting.
crazy story about your dad and spitting. Someone spit on our pizza one time in front of your dad.
Oh, yeah, that's not good.
Oh,
That's not good.
Almost
That's not good.
ending for that person. I'll tell you afterwards, though. Okay, go ahead.
But so when I'm walking around just by myself, I'll see something on the ground and I'll see and it'll be like 5 feet away, and I'll just be like, I wonder how close I can get to that leaf right there. And sometimes, like, I've gotten so good now, 23 years of spitting, I can usually be pretty accurate with where I spit.
Wow.
And that's like a little aim thing of just like not even just, I think everything that I do, I'm just like trying to be accurate. And then I think that just because of I've always been a quarterback. So that basically the premise of my job is to be accurate. So every little thing I do, I try to be accurate. I got a thing of socks that are dirty in the dirty laundry basket 10 yards away. I'll just see how accurate I could be. Or if something needs thrown in the trash, I'll just see how accurate I can be. Just, little shit like that.
Yeah. The spitting thing's interesting too, because spitting's there's like different techniques for spitting, and then like different depending also on what kind of spit you have in your mouth. Like sick spit is way more fun to spit than just regular saliva spit, because you got some
density to it.
Yeah.
And some distance with those losers.
Yeah. Your mom ever yell at you for spitting?
No, my mom's not usually around when I'm able to spit, because it's usually like I'm outside, like working out or at football practice or something like that.
Can you gleek? Do you know what gleeking is? You can do that?
Yeah, I became a professional at that shit in like middle school.
Wow.
I could never get that down.
I couldn't do that either.
Ever.
It's fine. I did it in middle school for like a year straight, and then I did not do it at all in high school. And I remember in college, I was like, damn, I forgot all about that. I wonder if I can still do it. But I couldn't do it how I did it in middle school. It was like, I don't know, something in my face structure had changed or something like that. It became like a new way of doing it. Like I had to do it differently, but I was still able to do it. Yeah, it was like a different technique by the time I relearned to do it.
What is going on with gleeking? That's just your saliva gland. That's the same shit. Like if you put food in your mouth and you produce saliva, it's just those glands, but you're just using it like a squirt gun.
Yeah, exactly. Like the squirt gun. That's how I think about it. But I couldn't describe it to you. I don't know. It's like some certain pressure that you got to put with the back of your tongue on your teeth or something like that.
Yeah. My friends would try to spend fucking hours trying to teach me.
Yeah, you
just sitting there looking like an idiot. Like,
yeah. Wow.
All the chicks like gleeking. Look at this.
No, girls don't like. I've never seen a girl gleek.
I've never seen a chick gleek.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Kidding me, Olivia? You never gleek nothing.
I don't want to.
Hey,
I don't want to see a girl gleek either.
Oh my goodness. Look, can you gleek?
Heidi does it all.
Please say
if
no.
any girl can gleek, she can gleek.
Heidi does it all. She can gleek.
Look at this guy's never even heard the word gleek in his life.
Yeah, gleek is like a weird word, like moist. Gleek.
Yeah.
Gleek, moist.
Hey.
Yeah.
I wonder if my kids will never know, since they're not going to go to school, if they'll never know what that is.
You got to shoulder that stone yourself. You got to teach them.
All right, boys.
That's the only downfall of homeschooling, is that now you got to teach them all the dumb shit. Not the just dumb, but the dumb, I guess, funny shit for kids. You gotta do it yourself.
Hey, dude, I'm podcasting. Could I call you back?
Yeah, call me back. I'm doing something. I got a meeting at 10 or so.
Okay, I'll bug you.
That's awesome.
Okay, bye. Hey, I'd do the same for you if you ever called me. Let you just interrupt the show. Just show off.
Awesome.
Just show off.
What a guy to interrupt too.
Just flex on the crowd.
Yeah. That was a previous recording.
Yeah. It was.
Hey, what's your coach's name? Eberflus?
Coach Flus. Yeah, Eberflus.
So if he called right now, would you answer?
I gotta get. Yeah, I have to leave the podcast. I'll be back. I'll be back on Tuesday.
So you wouldn't even let us listen? Just for a
Well,
hello?
I mean, I don't have, I don't have the iPad, so it would go out, and I'd answer the whole podcast would go out.
Hey, what phone do you have? Do you have an iPhone 15 yet?
I don't know what kind of phone this is. I've had it for a while.
Oh Jesus, I can't
Like a
believe how
10, a
casually-
10X, a 10X or something like
10X?
that, or a XR maybe. Is that it? Is there an XR? There is an XR.
I have no
I
idea.
think that's what it is. I think that's what it is.
Hey, when I got this when I was your age, maybe a couple years older, I got this job. I was living in my car at the time, but I got this job, and I was making like $7.25 an hour, but I was working like 60 hours a week, right? And I had like all this money, like thousands of dollars in my account, like $6,000 in my account. Before then I didn't even have a bank account. You know what I mean? I always had like money, like $50 in my pocket.
Yeah.
And it just became crazy because I could like just buy sandwiches if I wanted, or I didn't care about the price of gas. Or when I went to the coffee shop, I'd be like, yeah, oat milk, motherfucker, double shot. I don't care. It'll be $2 extra. I don't give a fuck. Is it like that for you now? Like all of a sudden, like you go to the store and you get to order a hamburger and you're like extra avocado and the guy's like $2. You're like, yeah, whatever.
So did
Yeah.
No, I mean,
like you don't have to worry about
I don't-
anything anymore. Like you can just.
I
like,
definitely don't have to worry about anything.
Yeah.
But I don't. That's the thing with me. I don't even think I've ever. I just don't spend a whole lot of money, so I don't think I've ever had to worry about anything. Like even with like the little money that I was getting back from Shepherd, like kind of like what you were saying. Like, because if you had $6,000 in your bank account now, you'd probably be stressed out. But just like at the yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. So like that. But
back then it was crazy, dude.
Yeah, it was so crazy. Like, and it would always just be a thing where more than anything, I just like to look at it. Like I thought that was like super cool. I was like, damn, if shit goes down, like I'm, at least I'm all right.
Making a girlfriend, I could take this girl out to smoothies. And
Yeah, exactly. But I think I don't know. It's made me understand. I guess appreciate money, because especially with like going home, because I'm so high up when I'm here in Chicago. Like I'm staying at all these, amazing team hotels. Like we're staying at the Marriott, the Four Seasons. We're flying everywhere. We're going to LA, New Orleans. I'm in these stadiums that you wouldn't even be able to believe. And I'm getting compensated weekly, like a ridiculous amount. So it's just crazy when I go home and like going from that, and then you see like you're in Martinsburg, West Virginia, you see a bum on the street on the side of the road, and you're just like, all right, like it just brings you back to reality of like it's not always here, but it's also like not always down there too, with like the bum on the street in Martinsburg. It's always like somewhere in between that, and then even just hearing my friends talk about money, it's just it's a pretty crazy thing in my life right now, and just what's been able to happen. So that's kind of the only thing. And then also like only thing I've done is I've given family members a couple dollars, and like seeing like their reaction, just like that's been one of the cooler things for me, is just which has been one of the things that's motivated me, I guess.
Like you left a $10 bill on Ezra's dresser, and he's like, damn.
Or yeah, like
no.
yeah, or even just like talking about like Christmas with my parents, and just asking them how much they spend on each kid, and then them telling me, and I just being able to tell them like, hey, don't tell anybody, but I'll cover 2 of the kids.
Yeah.
Like I'll just give you that, and you can go crazy or whatever. And just like
Fine.
seeing that like reaction of just like, really? Are you sure? When really it's like 1% of what I've got going on, if that. And so that's been a pretty cool experience for me so far. But yeah, I don't necessarily think about it when I go to the coffee shop and I get my drink. I'm not like I'm kind of like balling like you were back in the day. Like, yeah, I'll take that, and the person behind me will take it too. Like,
yeah.
Let's go. Let's go.
That's my favorite thing when you go somewhere and someone doesn't, like, it's a cash only place, or someone's like a few bucks short behind you, around you. You're like, I got you, and they're like flipping out, and you're like,
yeah.
God,
You
it's
just
so
like,
fun.
yeah, it
So
is. It's
fun being
definitely a huge blessing. And seeing the way my dad was with his money, even though I know that it wasn't always the time that he had a whole lot of money, like just his understanding of what it is like to struggle. So then seeing him like give people money who needed it or asked for it,
Yeah.
just like a freaking gangster. Like I always understood and enjoyed watching that more than I understood people who maybe saw somebody struggling and were like, no, you got to get it yourself. Like, you got to figure it out. Like, I always appreciated, the person that just watching my dad give a bum $20 more than I appreciated somebody denying somebody and telling them they need to go out and get it themselves.
How does it work? Getting paid in the NFL. Do you guys get paid weekly, or is it like bi-weekly, or do you get paid all 52 weeks, or only during the season? Do they spread it out? How does all that shit work? Do they take
So
taxes out? Is it like just a regular job?
yeah, so they take taxes out, and then you get paid over 36 weeks. You get paid so you have 18 games. Each game you get X amount of dollars. So they take that, what you would get in 18 weeks, they split it in half. You get half of it during the check. You get half of it during the season, and then you get the next half for the 18 weeks after the season.
Mm.
So I'll get the second half of my week 1 paycheck week 18, because that's the
Okay.
first week.
Oh,
That's the first
okay.
week out of the season.
Oh, so you could theoretically and are all your paychecks exactly the same, or does it matter? Like if you do you get more money if you throw a touchdown, or if you play or don't play, or there's like
Well, you get it. It depends, because I mean taxes. Your 401k and everything is taken out until you get to the dollar amount that you
the max?
yeah, exactly, until you get what I think it's like 20,500, and then per year. So once you reach that, then it'll start to be more. And there's also a FICA tax that's taken out during the season that is not taking out after the season is over. So the second 18 weeks will be more than the first 18 weeks.
And then so then there's 18 weeks, or wait, how many weeks did that leave us? 14 weeks that you don't get paid?
Yeah, so 36, so 16 weeks, I guess, right? 52 minus 36.
Yeah, something like that.
So,
Okay.
yeah, 16 weeks that I guess that you're not getting paid. But even then, there's out of those weeks, there's also 10 weeks where you're not getting paid like a crazy amount. But for OTAs during the spring, it's like a 10-week time frame, and
What's
I think you
OTA
get
stand for?
organized team activity. So that's like a 8 to 10 week time frame during the spring that you also get paid. Not as much, but you're still. I mean, it's definitely enough
That's when you
to.
sign cards during those weeks.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and really, you sign cards right after the season when you have 3.5 months to just go home and
Yeah.
do your thing.
Do they have somebody there at the team that's like, hey guys, you're about to get a bunch of money from this for the first time. Like, here's what we suggest you do, or here's who we suggest you talk to in terms of just like understanding financial literacy and what you should do with your money. So people
Yeah, there's a
diamond deal,
every
and they
every team.
grills.
What'd you say?
They bring in a bunch of diamond dealers and tell everyone to get grilled.
Yeah. They I think every team has a rookie program, and you have to meet every week from the time you become on the time you get on the team up until your first season is over. So every Monday you meet, and they touch on a different subject, and 1 week it'll be taxes, 1 week it'll just be how to say no to family members, 1 week it'll be about girls, 1 week it'll be about
the girls one. Cool.
the girls one is just they tell crazy ass stories of people who weren't just that made a mistake. I don't think that they're necessarily saving people from making the same mistakes, but they're just providing a backstory of what terrible things could happen if you're not careful. Just that kind of stuff. But yeah, so that they talk about financial advisors. They'll give their who they think are pretty good people to go with, and then. But my dad and my agents were on top of all that, so I got linked up with a pretty solid dude.
Nice.
God, I would love to hear the girls one. The girls one must be crazy.
They just tell crazy stories, and it's more or less like they'll tell a story about a dude who a girl tricked him about her age, and then he got in a bunch of trouble, and just little stuff like that with just like, don't just go out here blindly, just picking up whoever, you think looks okay. Make sure you talk to them for a little bit first. Make sure they're not like a complete sleazeball before you meet up with them or whatever. I don't know. Crazy.
How much time do you spend every day studying plays?
Yeah, so the plays studying, really, it happens from Wednesday to Sunday, and it's probably about 2 to 3 hours a day.
Is there anything that competes with your ability to study?
What do you mean?
Like social media? Like you have to,
like distracting or whatever?
Yeah.
Yeah, I have to. I don't have to. I've decided to just delete my social media throughout the week, and then I'll just get on social media from like Sunday night till Tuesday around lunchtime, and I'll just delete it off my phone and then re-download it again later.
You came up with that?
Yeah, because once stuff started getting crazy, I was actually kind of looking at it for about 20 minutes more than I probably should have, and then I was just like, oh man, if I start messing up plays, I'm gonna blame it on this. So and then I'm gonna be pissed at myself. So I just didn't want to give myself that opportunity.
So smart, dude.
Yeah.
That app is like when you go to the supermarket and you buy that shit that you shouldn't have bought, whatever it is, and then now it's in your home, and now you're kind of fucked, right? But if you don't buy it at the supermarket, you get home and it's not even an option. You dodge it.
Exactly. Yeah, and it's like the only time my life isn't like just super normal is when I'm looking at the phone and I see how popular everything has gotten and how big everything is now, and it's like I mean, I used to, like back in the day, you go somebody's page and see that they have as many followers as I do now. I was kind of just like, oh, that person like might not even be a real person. Like they're like, you know what I mean? Like I don't even know how that even happens. How do you get that many followers? But now it's like I'm in that boat, and it's just like, so that's the only time I'm like, I think about how crazy it all is. So if I just keep it in reality for the most part, everything's been pretty normal.
Yeah, and you know what's crazy about your followers? They're real.
Yeah, exactly. It's pretty gnarly.
I had I don't know, the account that I had erased, I had like I don't know, close to 100,000 followers, and whenever I would look up like where they're at, like 80% of them were in India. What the fuck is going on here? You know what I mean? Or I would never get engagement. Like my followers just were not real followers.
Yeah.
These are people who've all jumped on board in the last year, right?
Yeah.
I mean, at least half of them.
Yeah, exactly.
Like they're all up in your shit. They're vocal. And are your DMs a complete shit show?
Yeah.
Just a fucking mess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just like either like fans, people like reaching out to promote something, or just chicks.
Really? Already chicks?
Yeah, probably like 60-40.
Holy shit.
Wow.
No, I've never had a chick in my DMs. Never. Not one, dude. Not one. Not one.
Yeah. And that's also the thing.
I get 400 DMs a day, not one chick, dude. Well, I get the Asian girls that says, "Hi, can I ask you a question?" I mean, like 100 of those.
Yeah.
Lots.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, that was also the thing too. I was like, maybe spending that extra 15 minutes, like, not because I know I can't hit any of these girls up. Like I can't like text them back, because I'm not going to give them, I already know that I can't give them any address or anything. I don't have any time to go meet with them. So I know I'm not like I'm not going to hit them back. I just kind of like to look at the dumb shit they would say.
Yeah.
So that was kind of where my 15 minutes was going, like that, and then just like weird fans, like seeing whatever they have to say.
I would be looking at every pic. If one chick DM me, I wouldn't care what the fuck she looked like. I'd scroll through her whole account. I'd fall down. Never land.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh
but
my
God.
God.
Yeah, it's been some funny stuff.
Yeah, that's awesome. And do they I guess that's part of the whole. I guess that's a whole thing that no one guys 20 years ago professional athletes didn't have to deal with. They would just be at the hotel or not at the hotel.
Yeah, exactly. It's pretty wild. It is pretty wild.
When I was at that hotel where the team was staying, there wasn't special security. I didn't see special security. But I saw tons of guys who are obviously football players walking around, big giant dude. But also, like, it wasn't like the hotel was swarming. I didn't see any fans there either, like waiting to get autographs or anything. Are the hotels usually pretty mellow?
Yeah. I mean, it's only weird whenever we stay at the team hotel when we play home games because we're in Chicago. So, um, you gotta be kind of on the down low whenever you're messing around in Chicago. But I mean, also for the most part, even that, it's like, oh, 5 people want to take a picture and autograph. It's rarely like a swarm of 60 people like bombarding you and asking you for stuff. At least from my experience. Now, Justin might have a completely different experience with that, but as far as like I've been concerned, um, it's about as crazy as it gets. Is like, oh, 6 people want to take a picture, and then I usually just take the picture and then go about my business. But um, we do have security, but really the security is used mostly for getting to and from the stadium. Like getting into the stadium, well, there'll be security. Getting on the buses, there'll be security, and then leaving the game, there will be security.
Wayne, what's up, dude? Thank you. Going back to the homeless guy, to the bum guy, that like Martinsburg versus like the Four Seasons.
Yeah.
Well, let me take a step back. Sorry. Do you think that you've worked hard to get where you're at, or do you think, or do you not have any concept of it because you're too young still? Like it's for you, it's just normal life. Like, are you like, fuck, I worked hard, or is it just
I'm like I'm it's like a mixture of like, damn, I worked really hard, and then holy shit, like how lucky am I? It's like kind of both needed to
worked hard already. How do you know you've worked hard?
I mean, I just because it shit hurt. Like it shit hurt every like it just hurt every day. Not in a bad way, like in a good, like sore, cardiovascularly tired, mentally drained, like that kind of. And it's just consistent. It just did it consistently. That's
from the seventh grade, you mean, on or whatever? Like it's just been.
Yeah. And then from then, it's like now, it's almost now like my relaxing time really just consists of just the hard shit that I've now gotten used to and really like the bye week. I mean, all I did was work out with my brother and my buddies and get in the sauna in the stream and hang out with family like that. And it was like that was my chill time. So I just feel like it's just my life is completely just adapted to just, I guess, working hard.
And then what about senior year, homecoming, after the game? Would you do the stuff where you'd go out with everyone else and party, or was it straight to home and to bed with you?
In like, high school, it was straight to home. I went to my first party in college, my freshman year of college. That was the first time I went to a party, and then I did
party in high school?
I didn't. No, I didn't.
How did you? And how did you not?
I don't know. I think like I went to homecomings and I went to proms, and I did all that, and then I mean I don't know. I never found myself in that setting, and then it wasn't until me and my best friend.
You think your dad protected you from that in high school? Would he take you home after the games?
No, I was dry. I mean, up until I got my license, and then I don't know. It was almost like I was like, yeah, I don't know. I was just like blindly fighting to like be really good at football. So it was like when the football game happened and I played good, which most of the time in high school that was the case. It was just kind of like, oh, now I can just go. Now I'm about to just go home, relax, watch the game, just super happy with how everything turned out. And then, I don't know. I just never partied. I remember I went to my first party in college and I was like, holy shit, this is crazy. This is the most fun I've ever had in my whole life. And then
Like at a frat house or something, or just
it was a football house, and it was after my very first game I ever played in college, and I threw for free like 500 yards in the first game I ever played in college. So I was like the talk of kind of everything going on, and it was the first time like girls that were significantly older than me were like approaching me and talking to me, and I've got like dudes that I watched at Shepherd previous years when I was in high school. All of a sudden I'm hanging out with them, and it was kind of just like pretty much the coolest thing in the whole world. So and then it just turned into like in college I just uh me and my buddies would go to parties that were happening in at our college after games, and then I would maybe go out a couple times during the off season. Um, but it was more like just a celebrating a win was kind of what it turned into in college. But yeah, that was good though, because I feel like a lot of people maybe went to their first party when they were like 15, 16, and then since I was 18, almost 19, it was like it was still fun for me. It still is fun for me. It still is a crazy experience for me whenever I go out and there's a lot of people out, and everybody's having fun, which maybe other 23-year-olds are like, man, I'm tired of doing that shit. Like I've been doing it for X amount of years at this point.
so no 15, 16, 17 years old, no going to parties and beer bonging and drinking so much you throw up, and none of that.
No, I took my first shot at that party I went to, which I mean I guess I was underage telling on myself, but yeah, that was my first experience with alcohol.
Fucking amazing,
that
dude.
age.
How important do you think that is? How important do you think that is that you didn't get twisted up in any of that stuff? Were your friends doing it?
A lot of people I knew were. Yeah, a lot of people I knew were.
Why weren't the boys swinging by your house with their
That's what I'm saying. I think I just got
drink?
super lucky. I
Yeah.
just got super lucky because I think I definitely would have probably, even if I didn't want to, I probably would have just fell into the peer pressure and excitement of it all and probably just done it. But I just was never around it. Luckily, I was hanging out with a bunch of crazy ass people. I never found myself in that setting with those people. But I mean, kind of just like I said, I think it created a different, like a different baseline for me with just like being sober and just being in regular life. Like I was looking for, like, it was like my Saturday night was like looking forward to going to my parents' best friend's house and getting in the hot tub, and then maybe other people's, you know what I mean? Like little shit like that with, or maybe like my Saturday night was waking up early after playing a high school game on Friday, waking up early and going to watch Shepherd play because I thought that was so fun. So it was like looking forward to things like that. And now, like I said before, I think I'm still able to enjoy those things because I haven't necessarily done it as much as other people might have.
Are you pretty simple dude, do you think?
Yeah, I'm probably as simple as they come, honestly, which I'm also thankful for, because now it's like you don't have to spend, I have to go extravagant, crazy places in order to have a good time, which I'm grateful for.
Yeah. God, you're a good dude. So here's where I'm going with all this. There's this, you see these people who are at the top of their game. Let's say LeBron, for instance, right?
Mm-hmm.
And yet I feel like instead of encouraging people to work hard and do what they did, probably nothing came easy for him, right? He probably has the craziest work ethic ever, right?
Yeah.
And nothing was given to him, and he had to earn it all, and he had to manage that giant body, and he has to manage all the fame, and he had to learn all those skills that make him the greatest who ever did it. And yet the rhetoric that comes out of their mouth is almost like feeling sorry for people instead of like believing in people.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I think what society needs is people that believe in people, like the tough talk, like more like David Goggins talk, like quit being a bitch, not oh my God, I'm so sorry for you. Like, do you, and that's why I asked you, does it seem like you work hard yourself, or is it just normal? Like, do you have no context of it? Is it like, fuck, it's the only thing I know. How would I know?
That's what, I think it's a little bit of that, where it's just like, if maybe Like, there's been a couple kids that are like, "Hey, man, you got any advice?" And I'm just like, "Fuck!" Like, damn, I don't even know what I would say besides like, "Damn, you have to work really freaking hard, like nonstop all the time, and then you're gonna have to somehow start to enjoy that because that's just got to be what it is." Like, there's no like, I don't have any cookie cutter like, yeah, you just need to do this, and you need to do this, and you need to do this. It's more or less like you just gotta be oddly obsessed with something and just freaking not be afraid to work super hard, because a lot of people are embarrassed to work really hard. Like, a lot of people are like too cool. Like, they want to look too cool to work hard. Like, it's almost like working hard is like is not going to be attractive to the people that they want to attract. Like, healing over and throwing up and snot coming out of your nose because you just worked out so hard is not a cool, comfortable thing to do. Like, a lot of people just want to get on the footwork ladder and make a cool video maybe of them doing like some speed work. But then it's like when you get matched up with the person that's been doing that and the person that was, really freaking getting after it, really getting real nitty gritty, not trying to be cool, but just trying to work on their craft, like it's going to show. So it's almost like I know a kid has no chance based on like, the first interaction that you have with them, because it's either it was instilled with them, by their peers growing up, by family members growing up, or maybe they found it their own way, or they just don't have it. They just don't have that bone in them to really go after it. So I'm always preaching, like you said, about the work, like kind of like David Goggin-esque a little bit. Like, dude, what are you talking about? All you have to do is work fucking super freaking hard, and everything will be fine. Like, even if you work really hard and you don't make it, you're gonna end up being where you're supposed to be, regardless.
Right. That's like I had Miranda from Street Parking on here, and she had some posts like, I'd be like, fuck, I don't understand these goal-oriented people. She's like, hey, don't worry about it. Be passionate, be disciplined, and have good habits. Passion, discipline, and good habits. Just do those three things, and you'll end up going where you're supposed to go. You don't even need
Yeah, exactly. Because
passion, good habits.
Yeah,
And
because it offered me so
crazy
much.
disciplined, and you had good habits. And
Yeah, and he was like super focused. That's what I got from it all. Like a lot of people don't have something that they're really like focused on and striving towards. So the parties and all that shit is just a distraction because now I got girls I'll focus on, right? But you were just like dialed in the whole time and you saw your goal and you knew where you were going, and that's huge.
Yeah, and it wasn't even like I was like, oh man, I really want to go to this party, but I can't. It was like
right.
I just hadn't even thought of the party. I was just like, I guess, wrapped up in what I was doing, I guess, to an extent, and it just wasn't even. It wasn't even that, which is cool looking back on it. That's how it was.
Cool. That does fall back into the. I so don't want to take your answer that it was luck, but when I hear you say that, like I start to get my head wrapped around a little more of the luck, because yeah, if I didn't go out to party on a Friday night I would be at home just wondering what I'm missing.
Yeah, that was
that's what I'm saying. Like, it was just, I guess, lucky that one of my buddies didn't like nudge me on the shoulder and like, yo, I'll be at your house at 8 o'clock to pick you up. We're about to go do this and that. Because I don't know if I would have said yes or no, but I don't know why I would have said no. I probably just would have said yeah, like, oh yeah, I'll hang out with you. Like, yeah,
Right.
that sounds fun. Cool, yeah, we can do that. So it was just kind of like that was a lucky part. I guess like working hard, that wasn't a lucky part, but the whole social settings, and what I was introduced to growing up was lucky.
Whenever I'm out and I see a homeless person or something like that, or someone who like asks me for money, I always make eye contact with them, because I see the other 99% of the people don't even look at them. And I say, I look at them and they'll be like, hey, can I have $1? I'll be like, hey, what's up? And I just look them right in the eye, and I'll say something like, hey, dude, you should get off the drugs, or you should get off the alcohol. Like I say something to them that's like, hey man, what are you doing? You think your mom would be proud of you doing this shit? Don't do that shit. Because it's a hard thing to say to someone like that. But someone needs to talk to them like that, because that's how I'd want to be talked to if I was in that situation. Like, first, recognize me as a human being, and second, don't feel sorry for me. Like, hey, what the fuck are you doing, dude? Come on, man. You're a human being. Get your shit together, bro. You're not doing good on us. And I just wish more people. I think people think that they're being nice, but really they're just uncomfortable with like people who are struggling. And so they're trying to mitigate their own discomfort instead of like actually try to help the person.
That's 100%. Yeah. I mean, that's what happens. That's what happens to me. You're 100% right. Like, I'm just like you get uncomfortable, but you're not getting uncomfortable from the person. You
Right.
get uncomfortable because of how it makes you feel.
Mm.
And like, kind of like what you just said, like, I'm not like not that I'm feeling sorry for them, but I'm just like, damn, like it just sucked. I think about just them as a little baby, and I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm just like, damn, it went from that, and then somehow you're here. Like that just that stinks. That sucks. Like I'm sorry that has happened for you.
It's interesting. So the recipe is it's like duh. It's you worked hard, you didn't get into drugs and alcohol, and you found a way to enjoy working hard.
Yeah.
It's like okay, that's everyone's story. Well, there you go then, you know.
Yeah. It's almost like how Greg talks about it with like the solution is easy but hard.
Mm-hmm.
Work out, don't eat bad food. It's only a two-step gig, but though it's like it's not that simple. You still have cravings, you still have laziness, you still have all these things, lack of discipline that you need to work through in order to achieve those two things. So it's like put together a plan, work really hard. That's the only two steps, but it's hard to do that and stay consistent and like something enough to want to do those things.
When you went home, did you go to church?
I did not. No, I did not. I went. It's actually funny. I went out with my buddies Saturday night till a really late hour, so I did not end up going to church on Sunday.
Were you planning on it?
No, because my mom was going to a different church because Valen had to do some play practice or something like that. So it was already kind of like that's something I like to do with my mom whenever I'm in town. So she wasn't doing it. So it wasn't like I said, yeah, mom, we'll go to church, and I didn't go. And they do a good job of putting it online anyway. So I'm always at church every Sunday, even when I'm in Chicago.
Oh, so really you watch it online?
Yeah, they do on YouTube.
That's interesting that you say. So you like to go to church because it's time with your mom as much as
Yeah,
anything.
I mean, yeah, obviously I put it on myself to have the discipline to go to church every Sunday when I'm home, because I feel it's something I'm supposed to do. It makes me feel good, but then also I know that my mom gets a lot of enjoyment out of going to church with me, so I like doing that as well.
You talk, and every time anyone ever talks to you in any interview, it feels like you mention your family. So what are you doing in your free time? I'm gonna go be with my family. Oh, blah, blah, blah. What? My family? Oh, my pops. Oh, my mom. Oh, Ezra. Oh, damn. You there's always a family piece. Are you this is gonna sound bad. Are you faking that? I'm projecting onto you. I'm projecting onto you because that's what I do. Like even if I don't want to call my mom, I call my mom. And then every time I call her, once I call her, I'm glad I called her. You know what I mean? And then I'll be like, it's not like the boys. Like when I want to hang out with my friends, I call them and like I want to go hang out with them so we could like throw rocks at a train coming by. But with my mom, like I don't even know what I'm gonna do with her. But I'm like, hey mom, you want me to go out with me? Like I ask her every day, you want to go out with me and the boys? And like I'll swing by and grab you. And she'll be like, yeah or no. But like I'm doing it because I'm supposed to do it.
Yeah.
I still love her to death. Don't get me wrong. And I'm glad she comes, and I always have fun with her. But you know what I mean?
I know what you mean.
You know what I mean? Like we're not going to do bad shit. We're not going to like rage. Like
I thoroughly enjoy spending time with my family. I do also know that there's X, Y, and Z that I know I'm supposed to do with my family whenever I'm home. That even if I'm against it or not feeling like it, I know that needs like those things need to happen. I don't need to spend time. Yeah, I don't need to spend times with all my buddies whenever I'm home, but I really want to do that, so I do that. I know I have to spend time with my family when I'm home.
Yeah.
most of 90% of the time I really want to. There is like the 10% where I'm like, hey, yeah, I mean, you know, screw it. I know I have to do this. Like I know I have to go get lunch with my grandma. Like I have to do that.
Yeah.
You know, do I want to do that more than I want to go freaking jump in the water with my buddies or something? Like maybe not, but I know that there's like a hierarchy of events that need to take place whenever I'm home.
And you never regret it. You're always glad. It's always like you know you're just doing the right thing.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. And I mean, my siblings too. I'm just like, I'm getting old, and I know eventually, like, you know, it's just like, just people grow up, and then it's not like, you know, it's always the same, but then it just there becomes a new normal, you know, once people
Yeah.
start to get older. And so I just want to make sure, especially when they're young, that they have a good idea of who I am in their life, and kind of how much I care about them.
Hey, you're also building a foundation of peace for the future. 'Cause not everybody's going to be around the whole time. And
Yeah.
when that day does come, you will feel it. Like my grandpa, like a lot of times people are like, oh, yeah, take him. I would push him in the wheelchair up the hill. I'd bring him into the bathroom stall. I'd help him go to the bath, all those little things. And most of the other cousins avoided a lot. And inevitably, when he passed at 97, like they were really upset. But I had spent a lot of time, like went to the house, helped them with the yard, little chores. So all that, so like it meant a lot in that moment. And I know a lot of them regretted not doing it. A lot of them
Yeah,
were
I
like, oh,
know.
I guess I should have pushed him in the wheelchair up that hill at the wedding, or I guess I should have stayed back behind when everybody else wanted to get on the bus and drink or do whatever. But I stayed there with them. I helped him go to the bathroom, like do all those little things. And when that moment comes, like you're gonna look back and there's just no fucking regret of it. I'm telling you, no regret of it.
Yeah, that was like when my granddad, when he was in hospice. I just remember like it was like me and my granddad were always like super real and had always a really great relationship. Um, but it wasn't like, you know, it wasn't like we were talking about what we were thinking about in our heads or how we felt in our heart. Like it was always like, you know, I love you, hey granddad, give him a hug. But it wasn't like really having deep conversations. I remember he was in hospice, and it would just, I was so uncomfortable doing it, but kind of like what you said, like I would just kind of sit there, and, you know, he's about to pass away, you know, I think he was in there for about 2 months, and just like every other day going there and having like a super uncomfortable, deep conversation with him about how he's feeling about it all. And just him talking to me really about like his death and just what has meant the world to him in his life, and what he regretted, didn't regret, you know, what he liked, what he didn't like, how he felt about me. It was so like uncomfortable in the moment. But also like kind of like what you said, like I think about that shit all the time. I'm just like, thank God I did that. Like that was kind of like that was one of those like real life moments for me that it just like kind of puts everything in perspective of kind of what's important and what's not important. Because I mean, he was like the president of the RV industry, was a very successful lawyer, was a pilot, was all these amazing things, had 10 kids and took care of all 10 of them, and still had money to ball out on vacation. Like just little, like he had so much, he had accomplished so much. But just to see what actually meant, the things that actually were meaningful to him, didn't really have a whole lot to do with those things. Just was just really had an effect on me. So
First time you were on the show, he gave you a little talking to.
No, he didn't. No, he didn't. But I know he didn't. I know he didn't like that I cussed.
Maybe he told your dad somehow.
Yeah. No, I know what you're talking about. I know that he didn't appreciate the fact that I cussed a couple times. But
you said the shit word.
Yes. Yeah. He wasn't a fan of all that. He was straight laced. He only got drunk twice in his life, and both were on accident. Yeah. Yeah.
That's awesome.
I remember I went to his house a couple times, and I remember in the garage he had these crazy huge model planes that flew.
Yeah. He just had a lot of hobbies, and he would go all in on them. Like they weren't just like, oh, I like this. It was like, oh, I like this. I'm gonna bring this whole thing into my life. Like he made no money with those model airplanes, but he just would just go. He just had a couple places he would go fly them, and then that was like his Saturday. That was like what he did instead of partying. He was like, oh, Saturday morning, Sunday morning, whatever, I'm going to fly my model airplane. So that was just like, I just thought he's just a cool dude. Really cool dude.
Look at this. Finally, one of you. I wasn't going to say anything. I'm like, you're never.
What's up, Savant?
No one's ever going to get a chance to fucking speak to a fucking NFL quarterback. I got the phone number here. I'm like, not one pussy's going to call. What's up, Justin?
What's up?
What's
Tyson,
up, dude? Justin,
Matt,
meet
how y'all
Tyson.
doing?
Yeah, Justin owns Salty Cave CrossFit in Utah.
Oh, nice. What's up, Justin?
Hive, Salty Hive. It's a Hive Cave. Something salty.
Yeah, I wanted to call in and say what's up to Tyson, meet him, whatever. But I wanted to piggyback on the conversation about when things get put into perspective of what really matters, and kind of bring it all home with CrossFit and the NFL. But it's been about 5 weeks, and my dad had a stroke. He was actually at my gym when it happened, and thank God, because we got him to the hospital really fast. But during the rehab, he's a Bears fan. I'm not really a Bears fan. He's a Bears fan, but that makes me a Bears fan.
Want me to hang up on him? Go ahead, Justin.
So yeah, throughout the rehab, we got to watch Tyson's game on Thursday Night Football and Sunday Night Football. And really, the last few years, I thought that sports are kind of stupid and people pay way too much attention. But it was such a break from like all the real shit, like of him not being able to talk and like being in ICU, and we could just like turn on the game. And he knew your situation, coming from CrossFit and a dad who owned an affiliate, and he's really proud of me as an affiliate owner. And so I'd never been a bigger Bears fan those few weeks when you were starting. And I don't know, I just want to let you know that I'm getting a little emotional, but
a lot emotional.
Yeah, super proud of what you've done for the CrossFit community. And thanks for giving me and my dad some memories of watching.
Justin, you're the man. I appreciate that a lot. I'm glad I could offer a little bit of light in that stressful situation. Please tell your dad I said what's up.
Yeah, for sure will.
How is your dad, Justin? What's up with him? How is he recovering?
Yeah, it's slow, dude. Strokes are crazy. Like the brain is so crazy. It's where he had the stroke was in the language center of his brain. So speaking and understanding and writing, those are all. I mean, the dude's still deadlifting 315 pounds in his garage.
Damn. Even after the stroke.
Oh yeah, he's 65 years old.
Damn.
And he's deadlifting 315 for reps. So we're really blessed that he was in such good shape. And he has like almost all the things physically back. It's just a struggle. I mean, I'll FaceTime him and we kind of just stare at each other and laugh. But he's able to say words here and there. And it's slow. They say it takes usually up to a year to see how much of the language is going to come back. But it's like my dad went from being 65 going on 45, like the healthiest 65-year-old dude you'd ever see. Everyone looked up to him at the gym, to overnight he's like 65 going on 85. And so it is what it is, and I'm trying to make the best of it. Kind of like Tyson was talking about the hospice situation with his grandpa. It's like uncomfortable and it's hard, but you know what? Like I still spend time with him and love him and watch some Bears games with him, you know?
Yeah.
Hey, dude, great story. Jake Chapman says, Justin, he can't talk very well and he's 65. Does he want a job on this podcast? Asshole. Hey, dude, great story.
Okay.
You're the man for calling in, Justin. I love you, dude.
Yeah, that was great.
Dude, it's bracket. It's NFL quarterback.
Yeah,
Come on,
fuck
you're
yeah.
But I love the show. love everything that you're doing for CrossFit, and I love your perspective, Tyson and Savon. Matt, I appreciate everything. So I won't take any more of your time. I know everyone wants to hear Tyson talk, not this dummy from Salt Lake.
You the man, dude. Love you. Call anytime. Thanks, Justin.
See you, Justin.
Peace.
Yeah, later, dude.
Wow.
Damn.
Wow.
It's crazy because you're just out there doing your thing, but like how much of an impact that can make in people's lives. Like you probably would have never thought of like that particular situation, but now it's like, boom, it's like right there. And fuck, man.
Crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
But also really cool that what you're doing and perfecting your craft and all that hard work could like shine light into people's lives in ways that you wouldn't even ever imagine.
Yeah. And that's the thing. Yeah. That like little stuff like that is like, try not to, it's good to have those moments because you can get lost in just how hard it is and just like, gosh, this shit is like, it's so hard and maybe it's annoying. And then it's kind of like the thing of like, giving my family a couple dollars and I was just seeing their reaction like, oh man, all right, this is why, this is why. And like hearing a story like that, like, oh, this is why. That's cool stuff.
Yeah, that is cool.
Because there's TV sets and because of all the modern inventions we have, some dude can be sitting in a hospital with his fucking dad recovering from a stroke, watching you completely fucking oblivious to what he's doing, and get some enjoyment from watching you perfect a craft that you started when you were 6. It's fucking what an amazing dude. It's fucking
wow.
Yeah, it's killer. And then all of a sudden to just come on some random fucking podunk podcast your dad's old friend has, and then hearing the story. I mean, it's like,
yeah, it's crazy.
Okay. I'm getting ready to do a jet set off to Scottsdale. Big private jet because I ball. I'm not a simple man like you. Listen, when do we get to see you play next?
Whenever they put me in a game.
Is there any conventional wisdom? Is there anything like okay, would you guys have to be down by 50 or up by 50 or
one of those? Yeah, well, that could happen. That could happen. That definitely could happen. But the NFL is a crazy game. Any given Sunday, every game this whole year, it seems like it's coming down to the last 2 minutes of the game. So, I mean, we will see. But I'm staying ready, so I don't got to get ready. So I'm. I don't know when it'll happen, but if it does, it'll be cool.
But basically, quarterbacks in your position, every team has a starting quarterback, and the backup quarterback only goes in if the starting quarterback. The probably most obvious is if he gets injured, and then other than that, it's if there's some weird anomaly in the game, right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Hey, I can't tell you how excited I am to have you. Pop in on the show, dude. You the man.
Yeah, I appreciate you. This is awesome.
Thanks for rocking the hat. It tickles me. Love you so much, dude.
Yeah.
Love you too. See you, Matt.
Later, brother.
All right, Tyson Bagent. Later, dude. Thanks, brother. Talk to you soon.
Yeah.
Wow, Justin, great story.
Fuck.
That's amazing.
God, this show was fucking good. God.
That's cool.
I got all these notes. We didn't even need them. Hey, we're getting good too. He's good. I mean, he's always been good, but now we're like,
yeah,
we talk about shit. I wanted to talk more about the throwing stuff. Where I wanted to take that was, I'll bring it up again. It is weird when you're so good probably at something that's like Zen for him, where it's just automatic. You just look and then you only have to be conscious about controlling the machine, but not what the machine does, But then all of a sudden, sometimes you do have to make some adjustments to that shit, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, hey, I'm going to have to throw a little further. I'm going to have to throw a little harder. And in tapping, it's probably intimidating. Well, for me, I know it's intimidating tapping into my subconscious. It's like sometimes when I first started using fake voices on the show, when I'm like, "Oh, Savvy," like that's hard for me to do because I have to tap into, like I'm gonna pull from some well that makes me like uncomfortable.
Mm-hmm.
So I figure it's like that in football too. Like, you know what I mean? Like you throw 3 passes and you're like, these don't have enough zing on them. I have to throw them a little bit harder. You're like, ooh, I'm fucking with something that's pretty good.
Yeah,
or,
yeah.
Fucking, I don't know. What if this leads to an interception? What if it like? Does that make sense? What I'm saying? Do you feel that?
Yeah. I mean, but I also think like for him too, like how he was saying all the time, like he's been doing it for so long that it's just a natural piece. So like having to make some adjustment to change would probably be pretty nerve-wracking, right? Like let's say he
right.
goes there.
Nerve-wracking. Yeah.
Yeah, because now he goes and he's on practice squad and one of the, QB coaches says, "Hey, I noticed when you did XYZ, I need you to do this." And you're like, "Oh, wait, hold on. This is going to cause me to have to think about my throw a lot more." And that could end up screwing a ton of it up, right?
Yeah.
I'm with you.
Yeah. Thank you for reiterating. You understood exactly what I said. I feel confident what I said.
For you CrossFitters out there, you go from your regular kip and you start to learn that butterfly, and then all of a sudden you lose that kip or something. That's kind of similar, right? Like you're used to just going through the flow of it. Now you're trying to train that or level up or make some adjustment, and then it feels like you lose both. Now I can't do my regular kip or butterfly yet.
How about this when you're snatching and you go to Mike Bergner and he's like, "Hey, you're doing it wrong," but you have a fucking 225-pound snatch, but he's claiming he can get you 275, and you got to fucking change your fucking motor recruitment pattern. And all of a sudden you're like, "Ooh, I don't know about that."
Yeah, I think there was a saying that once you think you've learned everything, it's time to go back to the fundamentals and pay more close attention this time.
Yeah, which is hard if you're at the top of your game.
Yeah.
I'm gonna wait to tell the spitting story to one day when Tyson's on. But I was in a pizza place with Greg and Travis, and some dude asked, someone spit on our pizza. It was crazy. Travis almost killed them. And he's crazy. He's crazy calm. He has a crazy high threshold.
Yeah, that would be the wrong dude's pizza to spit on.
He told me that he had no tolerance for like spitting was just like one thing he just didn't have tolerance for. Yeah, not like the kind of spitting that
no, but like at somebody or on somebody.
Yeah.
No, that's fucked. Don't spit on something. That's like you might as well slap somebody or punch somebody at that point, right? I wanted to ask him a couple things more about CrossFit and dig into that a little bit. But I'm still waiting for my check to clear because we do so fucking much for you guys. And we've sent people, we've opened affiliates, we've sent people to L1s, we've helped you control the narrative. Like we fucking crush it. So we're not going to get the NFL quarterback talking on that too much until we see some of that money. All right, let them know. Fuckers. Who else? Who else sells more L1s? Who?
They have more people. They have no idea. They have no idea.
No idea. Too many Zoom calls.
Hey, and the ones that do know aren't humble enough to admit it.
No, it's all right.
I know. It is all right.
Hugging away.
Sevon, are you going to wear that fancy Jeffrey Birchfield, are you going to wear that fancy Gainsbox Christmas sweater from last year? You know what's crazy, Jeff, is how much I like that sweater. It's bizarre. It is bizarre.
Is he rocking?
Is he? Oh, yeah, that's it. Oh, good call.
Let the pilot know you're getting ready.
So, yeah. Should I call the pilot?
Yeah, hey. Get off the show. Fired up.
Hey.
Good morning.
Hi, babe.
Hi.
We have to be at the airport at 10:30. The pilot just texted me.
Oh, that's awesome. Okay.
All right.
Thanks for the update.
Okay. I'm gonna hang out with Sousa for like 10 more minutes, and then I'll come in. You got a ribeye for me?
I got a ribeye.
All right, thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, bye.
You're welcome. Okay. All right, bye.
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 Say hi to Matt.
Hi, Matt.
Hi.
Hi.
Tell that dog to be quiet. Is that our dog?
Follow. Stop.
That's your dog. That's your dog. Yeah.
Hey, is Jackson here?
Not yet.
Okay.
Okay.
You can tell him he can come a little late. Tell him he can come at 10 now.
At 10?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, bye.
I'll do that. Okay, bye.
I just got a text from Rich Froning.
Interesting.
Oh shit, the Bear video is coming out tomorrow. They've adjusted their schedule. Okay, so you'll have 2 days to watch it before Rich comes on. Oh no, it's coming out today.
Okay, so today, then Wednesday. Yeah, 2 days still.
So, but we'll still get them. I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
Let's see. Mayhem. I spelled mayhem wrong. Mayhem. Oh, it's out. Oh, it's premiering right now. Oh shit.
Oh,
Shit. It starts in 2 minutes.
oh, it's got the countdown going.
Yeah. Oh, unless I'm. Oh no, it's already going. It's already.
Oh, you were behind.
Yeah.
Drug him down the hill. Probably. I don't even know. I don't know how long it took. I don't know how many feet we went. It was fun. Phil came up first.
He looks tuckered.
Mm-hmm.
I don't see anything negative. Oh.
Unfollow.
Yeah. Unfollow.
Bye, Felicia. You bring that one back.
I need to say something about your spelling, about the person's spelling. Back to second grade spelling class. Hey, that's just like angry typing, right?
Yeah.
Oh, motherfucker.
Ugh.
Look at this chick just with her thong bent over. It makes me want to watch you again and again. That's a lot, right? Yeah, fucking thumbs up.
That's about you. Thumbs up.
Thumbs down. Give myself a thumbs up. On the Illuminati text thread,
Mm-hmm.
sometimes people think it's funny when I laugh at my own post because I'll type something out and then I'll put ha 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 on top of it. But I do laugh at my own shit sometimes. When like I'll text something and I'll start laughing.
Yeah, it's good. So you know it's a good post.
Yeah. Caller, hi.
Hey, is Tyson still on?
No. Fuck, you missed it.
Oh,
damn.
I mean, yeah, dadgummit.
Did you have someone who had a stroke in your family or anything good like that?
Oh no, that was a pretty cool story though. That Tyson man just touching people's lives and you not know it.
Yeah, that is
Mm-hmm.
cool.
But no, I was just gonna say hi, man. Talk to an NFL quarterback.
Yeah,
Pretty cool.
Yeah, smart. All right. Well, he'll be on again. I'll put the phone number up again. Yeah.
But no, yeah, I was just savvy. I didn't realize this. I've been watching your podcast for a couple of months now.
Yeah.
Really become a big fan, dude.
Oh, good. I it would be awesome if we could put on just one new listener every single day. How did you get turned on to it?
Through CrossFit.
Oh, through all the promotion CrossFit does for me. I went to CrossFit.com and they have me on the front page.
Yeah, right. No, like of course at work, man, I watch YouTube all the time, so it's podcasts all day, every day. But I've seen you've had Josh on and Rich and all of them just listen to that, man, just pretty cool.
All right, awesome. Hey, I appreciate it. Spread the word. Make me rich. Make me rich.
Oh yeah.
All right.
Yeah. No, yeah, I wish I could find $90,000 YouTube just had out for me, you know.
God, crazy. Crazy.
Yeah, that's wild. But no, the biggest thing, man, I just want to give Tyson a thumbs up for being a real dude. You know, being the level he's at and just staying real to who he is. Yeah, pretty cool.
Yeah, crazy conviction. Yeah. I'm stealing that word. He said that about himself one time. I said something. He goes, "I just have conviction," and I was like, "Woo, I'm gonna start using that word. I like that word." He has conviction. I kind of have some conviction around my ribeye right now. Doing ribeye day 3.
Nice.
Yeah.
No, that's my son just finished up his freshman year of football. He was a starting quarterback for the varsity team. You know, I got on Tyson. Yeah, I got on Tyson a few weeks ago when you had him on, and I was like, dude, my son's name's Jackson. I was like, dude, let's check out Tyson. He does CrossFit, all that, and you know we're into that, and so you know we've been keeping up with him. So you know, definitely wish him the best.
Hey, it's so funny, right? I mean, I'm an old man now, but it still sounds so funny. Like, hey, what's your secret to success? Well, I just work hard and I didn't do drugs. I didn't drink after school. You're like, fuck. The recipe hasn't changed. You're just
you
like, what the fuck?
I caught a little bit of Tyson a while ago when he asked that, or when I guess somebody asked, you know, what's the key to success? Man, a lot of these kids don't want to work hard. Like you said, they want this one-hit wonder, and I'm there. they don't see all the hard work that goes behind that success that these NFL guys have done.
Hey, that was I had forgotten that phenomenon that you just mentioned about hard work isn't cool. And yeah, it's so crazy. My kids are still young, but they don't know that yet. You know what I mean? They're not embarrassed to work hard. They love all that shit. They still like working hard. But that is a true phenomenon. Like somehow it's embarrassing if you have to work hard for something. You know what's crazy too? That's one of those things that no one ever actually thinks. You could wear an ugly dress and you could think it's ugly, and other people could think it's ugly. Right? Or some people could think it's cool, but you're not sure. People have different opinions. But nobody besides the person who's embarrassed that they're working hard thinks it's hard. Like no one on the outside's like, that guy's a tool for working hard. No one ever thinks that. Everyone's like, oh, that dude can dance and he's out there showing his shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah.
Insecurity is such a weird phenomenon of being a human being, isn't it?
Mm.
Oh, big time, dude. That's what I've told my son, you know, at 14 starting varsity. I was like, dude, you're going to have so many haters for you. And like, he has worked so hard to be at that position. And I was like, man, just go out there and do your thing. Don't listen to the crowd. Said, you go out there and show them what you can do. And at the end of the day, you know, you be you and be true. And, you know, it paid off.
And he erases his social media app from his phone.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, fuck, dude. No duh. I mean, it's all just simple shit, but he cracked the code on it.
That's it, man. Especially at Tyson's level, man, you can't listen to the outside.
Right.
No way.
Mm-hmm.
All right,
but man,
cool.
Yeah, I want to call in. Love the show, dude. I'll try to catch Tyson next week.
Okay, congrats on the son, dude.
All right, man. Hey, just set he set 2 freshman state records.
Damn, what state?
Arkansas.
Damn.
Yep, passing yards and passing touchdowns in a season. So
crazy. What's his name?
Jackson Benton.
Jackson Benton. Awesome. All right, dude.
Benton.
Denton.
Yep.
Sounds like a gunslinger.
He was, man. He was. Check him out on Twitter.
All right, dude. Thank you.
Hey, thanks, Tyson.
You're welcome. Yeah, I've been embarrassed to work on the jiu-jitsu dummy before and after class. I have to get over it. Yeah, how you work on the dummy? How you working on that dummy, Heidi? All right. Anything else?
Nope. That's it.
I'm gonna go pack. I have to pack a bunch of my podcast shit, the mobile podcast set. I got nothing.
Do you have all your stuff packed ready?
No.
Some scramble.
Scramble a little bit. I gotta remember to bring this phone too.
Yeah.
I'm just looking around and seeing what else I need to bring.
You should get like a checklist for when you travel with the stuff.
Okay, Jay. Oh, that wasn't nice, Sevy. That wasn't nice. Hey, I didn't even really unpack from last time.
Packing ribeyes.
I'm not packing ribeyes. I'm a little concerned on what's going to happen here. I'm gonna eat one now, and then I don't know what's going to happen.
Oh, that's going to be the hard part.
No, I'm
sticking to that diet.
I'm pretty crazy about packing. I would actually pack for her. I pack for the boys. I pack for myself. I would pack for her if she let me. I have some issues like that. No, I don't put my underwear. Jake Chapman, do you put your underwear in your shoes? No.
Hold on, I had this one more comment. Oh, this one right here. It was about the L3.
Souza, have you done the L3 test, level 3 CrossFit test, or know anyone who skipped the L1 and L2 and went straight to the L3?
I don't. Oh, because I think you can actually do that if you have other certifications. that you've kept up on and that you've worked on. But no, I don't know anybody who's done that, and I have not done the L3 test. I have not. I kept telling myself I was going to. I think you have to go to like a testing center for that and put an application, and then you have to get somebody that signs off on all your stuff that you met all the prerequisites. But no, I haven't taken that. Actually, so remember I told you I have to go get my L2? I think I have to go this weekend.
Well, I mean, if you don't, your insurance won't come up, and the worst thing that's going to happen to you is you'll get a letter saying, "Hey, can you
go
please
do it."
get?" Yeah.
Yeah, but all of them I don't want to travel for. So there's one this weekend in Sacramento, and then there's not
Are you
one.
doing it? Are you doing it? So you're going to go do it?
I think I have to. Yeah. Why?
Damn, I so would fucking love. What weekend are you doing it? This I would so love. I wonder if you went, if I could go and film it.
Well, you'll be in Scottsdale.
I know, but I wonder if you didn't do that one. I should ask Dave, hey, if Sousa does this L2, can I tag along and film it?
Well, that would be awesome. And then
That would be crazy awesome.
ask him if I could get a little leeway on the exploration a little bit. But yeah, I just figured I'd get this one because all the other ones I just don't have anything near me within the next couple of months.
You know what's crazy too? You know what kind of sucks? I didn't think of, but now they don't even have to do as much marketing for the I mean, I don't know what marketing they did anyway. They don't have to do any advertising or showcasing of the level 2 because now everyone has to take it.
Yeah, but they still should.
Yeah, I agree.
Like,
do you believe that well, they say 50% of affiliate owners have their L2, but I bet you less than 5% of the people who've taken the L1 take the L2.
You're probably right.
Yeah.
I mean, they should be selling all the L1, the L2, like crazy. Should be advertising that like crazy, whether you're into CrossFit or not. I remember when I first got my L1, they were like, how many people in here have done CrossFit before? And like, like 40% or so of the room, or excuse me, how many people have never done CrossFit before? And about 30 or 40% of the room raise their hand. They're like, no, I'm in personal training space, or I do this, and I really want to get the certification. I've heard a lot about it and everything else. I wonder now what that is. Wait, is this your current account?
Yeah. While you were talking about it, I was going to go to the CrossFit training page. Sevon, we've suspended your account. You have 180 days left to appeal or we'll permanently disable your account.
Fuck.
Your account or activity on it doesn't follow our community guidelines or account integrity and authentic identity.
What?
How we made this decision.
Dude.
Our technology found your account or activity on it doesn't follow our rules. As a result, a member of our team took action. We use the same rules around the world and for everyone on Instagram.
Well, that's a lie. That's a fucking lie. Jesus.
Holy shit.
And the fact checkers determined that's a lie. Wow.
Oh, fuck. That was the only thing I had more than of Hiller. That's crazy. That is great. Oh, yeah. Shit. So all my DMs are toast. That sucks.
Wow.
You know what's crazy? Okay. Appeal. P Q X Y Q N. I have to next. Email. SEVANMAT.
No, Jeffrey, that's not the original account. That's his current account. Account number 2.
Yeah, my other account's toast. They sent it. It's crazy. Just to appeal, I have to jump through all these. Damn. That's crazy, right?
Yeah.
I wonder what the straw was that broke the camel's back. Damn, you got to enter in a lot of shit before you even get to the appeals process. Oh, the 163-562 163-562 163-562. I've had to. They had to send a special code to my email, to my phone number. I had to punch in the numbers that I saw on the screen that were written all squiggly. Oh, we're reviewing your info.
Oh, okay.
Wow. I guess I should take a picture of all this shit. Crazy, dude. Damn. Damn. Oh, did you? So, are we gonna find a time to have Fern on?
Yeah. We'll do them next weekend.
Crazy.
Because I won't be doing the other one, not that date, at the 16th. That it was in like another spot down south, close to like Santa Barbara. And then when I went back to go register for that one, I guess it was sold out because it was gone. That's another thing. Here's another deal. When you guys have those certs on there and they're sold out, they should stay on there and they should stay sold out.
Why do they not?
No, like at least this one. I don't know. Maybe it wasn't sold out. Maybe they had to take it off for other reasons I don't know about. But if I didn't see any that said sold out, I remember going back in the day, and you would scroll through and it would be like sold out, or like registration closed or whatever it was. And that always created like that tension of like, oh, these are selling out fast, or a bunch of people are attending these. I need to sign up. Should definitely keep that.
Yeah, they don't have that anymore. I just think that they're just not selling out fast anymore.
That could be the issue. At least I didn't see it. I could be wrong. Maybe it's still on there and they just don't sell out as quickly, but it didn't look like it. I think the one I was going to go to was in like, I forget the name.
Do I care that my account? Oh, you know what sucks about my account getting fucked is just all the shit I had with my kids up there.
Yeah.
Damn.
What does suck?
Well, I have another for those of you who give a shit. I just launched another account.
Yeah, Cave Dasher. That's it. Exactly.
I have another account. It's oh, log out. So I don't want to log out sub on Insta. Yeah, I guess I can't even get on Instagram at all now. I don't know what's going on. All right. I was gonna show this. I wonder if I can still pull stuff up from Instagram. So I can't even get on Instagram now.
Wow.
Because I have like 5 other accounts.
Don't share them all on here if you don't want to see.
No, everyone knows them already, I think.
Oh, okay.
Let me see.
Vindicate says their technology was offended.
Yeah, it's crazy that it says their technology. Something went wrong. Oh, we're reviewing your info. If we can't, your account will be permanently disabled. If we can confirm your info, you'll be able to use Instagram again. So now it says we're reviewing your info. It usually takes us around a day. I didn't even get to appeal I didn't get to type anything out, like what my appeal was. It just says we're reviewing your info. It usually takes us around a day. We'll notify you when the review is finished. If we can confirm your info, you'll be able to use this Instagram again. If we can't, your account will be permanently disabled. What do you mean confirm my info?
It made it sound like you weren't a real person or something like that.
Yeah.
Hey, did you see that comment that I brought up when Tyson on the show? Davis Mills. I wonder if that was actually Davis Mills.
Who's Davis Mills?
He's the quarterback for the Houston Texans.
Oh, what did he say? Did I read it?
No, I like threw it up there for a second, but it just said I think he was just like commenting on his hair.
Oh, how did you know? How did you know it was a quarterback?
Well, I just saw the helmet in the.
Oh, I saw that too.
And I was
Oh,
like,
yeah.
I wonder if that's legit or something else. So I just like threw the name in there, and it popped up. And he's 25 years old, Houston, Texas quarterback. But he had a 49er helmet on in that thing. So maybe it just was a coincidence of the name, but
damn it.
It looked like that might have been him. If I was more confident that it was, I would have like made a bigger deal of it, but I don't want to do that. And
then, Jake Chapman, this show is like an orgy where no women have shown up, so it's just a load of lads sitting around talking and waiting. Jeez, disgusting.
Sounds like all the high school parties.
Who called
the girls? They're coming. They're not coming.
All right, another account down.
Oh, he isn't playing on either of those teams? Okay, maybe I had that all wrong. Christian said he isn't playing on either of those teams. Okay.
I'm looking at the Illuminati thread. Someone wrote, God, this is everyone pour one out for Sevon Rinsta. Gone again.
Did you see the one right above that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Someone's already from CrossFit has reposted.
See, and Dan said they weren't listening.
Man, he really is a hardcore CrossFitter. Hey, it's kind of good. I was gonna rip on that. I was gonna pull up the post. There's some country manager out there who's like, I'm here for everyone to make appointments with. Come make an appointment with me. And now he has a post up saying my calendar's full. So now he's doing like a group Zoom call. Just like, come on, douche. All right.
Cool.
Halvin, what's up? Good morning. Good morning, buddy. Good morning, buddy.
I thought about going to the Scottsdale one, but I just don't want to spend money on having to like fly out somewhere. Sacramento's close enough that I would just drive and get a hotel room for one night.
Catch a flight with me. Oh yeah. So my account is gone. It says no post yet. Someone sent me a screenshot of it.
Yeah, saw that too. Fuck.
I got douched. Crazy. All right. It doesn't matter. All right, guys. I'll see you tomorrow. Greg Glassman on tomorrow morning. Tomorrow's going to be a little weird. I'm switching time zones. I'm switching locations. And then Rich Froning the next day. Make sure. Oh, there was one more thing I was thinking about. Maybe I shouldn't say this yet. I don't know who I should promote anymore and who I shouldn't. I kind of reached my wit's end. Putting energy into D-bags. Oh, I don't even see it. Oh, yeah, I don't see it. Okay. All right, guys. No, I can't say it because I don't see it yet. I thought there was something online that I had heard about, but I don't see it. All right. Talk to you guys soon. I get it, Sevon. I'm a DB. I've made peace with it. What's a DB? Anyone can tell me what a DB is? A DB. Douchebag? Douchebag? Double-barreled?
Double barrel.
Oh. No, I don't think you're a douchebag. You're weird as fuck, but not a douchebag. All right, see you there, Cave. I don't know how anyone's going to get in touch with me. If you don't have my phone number, you're kind of fucked. Defensive back? Dumbbell? No, good guy would be GG. He's a GG, Halpin. No, he's a DB. Bye, Jeffrey. Bye-bye.